The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I'll tell you a personal story that happened to me, and I'm very thankful to my good friend Daniel Aguilar from Los Angeles, who with a stroke of Hashgacha Pratit, he's going to like I'm saying this story. And there was one seat open, and Sudah Shlishit, this happened mamash this past week, and Hashgacha had it that the one seat that was empty. I sat there, and who am I sitting right next to? The person of StoriesToInspire.org. He puts the best speakers with all of the amazing stories that each one of them have to inspire people. I've heard people come over to me and tell me that was so inspiring, that was so amazing. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I heard your talk on Torah Anytime. I heard your talk on StoriesToInspire.org. I'm so grateful to that. And I'm grateful, obviously, to Torah Anytime. I'm grateful to StoriesToInspire.org. And I'm sitting right next to him. And he says, thank you for what you do. That's very inspiring. I couldn't believe the Hashgacha. I'm saying to myself, that's amazing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He makes sure that people have all these inspirational stories. And I'm literally sitting next to the person and I gave him different ideas that I think Bezat Hashem, it can go even further. Hopefully Bezat Hashem, with other ideas that he has. Fantastic human being. Yeskulu mitzvot. Daniela, you're an amazing person. And he was basically saying that it's an amazing thing when people have personal stories that resonates very strongly. So I'd like to share with you a personal story that happened with me. It was on Leil Chanukah this year, a few months ago. People were asking me she'elot, and I had this Chanukah party, and I had to do my preparations before Chanukah. I had a lot on my mind, not to ignore the fact that I should have been more careful, but I'm just giving you a background for it. I had a lot on my mind, and as I was backing out of the parking lot, I didn't realize that someone was behind me who stopped. So before I realized, I was looking in the mirror, and I glanced, and then I'm looking off on the side, already thinking of how I'm getting home. I suddenly feel thud in my back. And I look behind, and I see I bumped into the person behind me. Now, mind you, the person was going the wrong way, and it was like mamash, even a little scratch. Now, Baruch Hashem, the person who I bumped into, this person could have easily lost it, but they didn't. The person I had such a hard day. It was a woman, not even Jewish, and she was telling me, she started breaking down crying. I said, ma'am, excuse me, hold on one second. Kodem kol, I'm really sorry. I ran back in the Beit Knesset. I got a few tissues. I got her some water so she could calm down. I said, do you need a chair? Do you need anything? Anyways, a few people came by, and the person goes, oh, it's nothing, and he licks the where the scratch is. And she got so mad at him. What are you doing? Why are you touching that? It's my car. Can you do that? And anyways, so what happened was I said, ma'am, listen, I don't really know if I really did that. I mean, you're saying I did. It was like a little bump. I did bump into you, but I don't think I did that. But if you say I did, then fine. Yeah, you did. She's calling the police. Now, I had a choice now because I'm saying, what, am I going to fight this? I'm not going to fight this. And I say, you know what? I'll do the Kiddush Hashem. I don't live in a vacuum. I don't live in a void. I called the police. I said, listen, this woman, she's not originally from America. She comes from a foreign country. It'd probably be in her best interest to have someone who speaks the language that she speaks in as well. Please have an officer come as well that speaks her language. Anyways, the officers came. It was two officers. They came, and they were blown away because when they came to me, they said, what happened? I said, it was my fault. I'm like, excuse me? I said, I was not paying attention. I bumped into her. It was all my fault. They were shocked. They thought it was going to be, no, I didn't. She was going the wrong way, and it's not even a stretch. I didn't say. I said, no, she's 100% right. I'm sorry, I caused her some pain. It looks like she's okay, and I hope I'm not causing her any or aggravation. It seems like she had a rough day. But the fact of the matter is that I bumped into her. The police officer looks at me and goes, you know, you're my favorite rabbi too. And then this woman says to me, you know, you're a man of God. I said to myself, oh my gosh, even if, which she did, she asked me for a certain amount of money, which I paid, and I paid that immediately. For a person to say that to you, you know you did something right. A person to say to you, you're my rabbi, when they're not Jewish, or a person to say, you're a man of God, every one of us is shayach to that. Don't say it's only a rabbi. No, you are a rabbi, like we said a few weeks ago. Mamlechet Kohanim means every one of us is a prince and a princess. We all can do this. We all could be men and women of God. That's what's expected of us. That's our standard.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org